All right, what am I about to get myself into? You know, 'cause I don't have enough projects to begin with. But these people are going to give me this truck if I want to take it off the property. Supposedly they have the title. It's I think it's a 1980. It still has the Ford lettering on the hood, so I'm assuming it's a 1980. And it's got the Swiss cheese, is what I'm told. Holes in the frames. Ford's attempt to try to lighten these up. You know, 1980, time of trying to get the best fuel economy out of poor engineering. But anyway, yeah, been sitting here for at least, I'd say 2009, so 15, 16 years, 15-ish, 16. Who knows? We do have, this is probably the worst spot right here on the body that I've seen. Didn't see any dents the first time I was around, but there's a little dent here. Nothing major. Obviously some surface rust. Hopefully there isn't a big dent here in the door I didn't notice. Yeah, I guess there is. Oh well. So it goes. It's an old 4x4, so we're not making a show truck out of this thing, I guess. Anyway, because I don't really want to replace the door, because this friggin' paint job is the main reason I'm going to pick it up in the cool old school show bar. At least the tailgate doesn't look bad like the bed does. Doesn't look like we have rust on this side. I don't see any dents on this side either. There's a little rust on the bottom of the front fender there. We'll dig around in here. I couldn't really get into the cab because it's locked, and they don't have the little pulls right here, and there's no window here, so I'll probably crawl in and get this open. And looks like it's a factory AC truck, which is nice. Love the Ford letters. Windshield's cracked. So this looks like a pretty big engine. Who knows if it's locked up or not. I'll probably get a different engine to put in here in the end. And they did cut the AC, but at least the components are there, so I'll get a compressor and all that stuff with the new one. So yeah. Anyway, and it's been lifted, all that good stuff, so we'll dig around in here. All right, here it is, 1981. I thought it was an 80, but it's an 81. 81 was last year with the Ford letters on the hood. And yeah, it'd been sitting for at least 16 years or 15 years. That's when the last registration was. So I've been sitting under some trees in someone's yard, and the dad is in hospice and the daughters are cleaning up the property, and they said I could have this if I hauled it away, and that we did. I was going to haul it myself, but I'm glad I didn't, because all I have is, you know, my SUV and a tow dolly from my boss. But ended up paying someone, a professional, and it took him well over an hour to get it out of its resting spot onto his dolly and over here. He was not happy after only quoting me 150 plus the $5 mile charge. I gave him $200 because he was pretty hot by the time he got it here. Don't blame him, because yeah, it took forever. Anyway, it looks pretty good for what it is. Hopefully, you know, I don't really see too many major dents. Little guy right here. I think it'll clean up really nice. And really the one thing that actually wanted me to keep this thing or take it was this funky paint job. So I really love that. The frame looks pretty good. We got the Swiss cheese era Ford's attempt to save weight. Looks, you know, obviously some rust on there, but I don't think it's anything too deep. This door looks to be a little off. Hopefully it's just the hinges. There's a little rust down here, but the rockers are good. Tires are obviously shot, different mismatched wheels. I don't want tires this big anyway if I end up keeping this thing, so we'll swap those out. Love the old school roll bar, legit KC lights. It's pretty cool. I would have loved to have a long bed, but this is actually 7 feet long, so not too bad. Comes with a luxury recliner. Let's see if I can get that thing out of there. I can't open the tailgate, so we'll figure out how to get that open. Maybe some PB blaster, or maybe it's just kind of stuck over here. But the tailgate itself doesn't seem to be rusty, but this is probably the worst rust spot on the whole truck. Luckily, it's just localized back here. I think the end of the bed is a bit rusty too, but no biggie. this is the worst body damage. It's pretty creased in right here. We'll see if I can, you know, pop it out a little bit, but if I keep this, we'll just make this a woods truck anyway, not a show truck, even though I do love, like I said, I love this paint job. So if it wasn't for this paint job, I'd just get a new door, but oh well. I think it's a 351M, I'm pretty sure. Maybe a 302, possibly a 400, but once we get to the point where I can look at some numbers on there, we'll figure it out. Maybe if I run the VIN, it'll show the build. Did have AC, some of it's still there. If I keep it, I'll probably get a compressor and get that all worked up again. I guess this is pretty cool, little toolbox. Too bad it's all cracked, but we'll fix it a little bit. So yeah, I don't know if this is locked up or not. Once we get this clean and get some non-rainy days, we'll see if I can turn that over. And if it gets running, great. If it's not salvageable, I'll probably get a straight 6, because no power, but I love the reliability of them. Or another 351, because they are pretty cool too. And no keys, so I did actually order those, so I have to drill out the ignition. Interior, seen better days, but it's actually, I think once it gets cleaned up, it won't be so bad. I'm assuming all the dash and whatever was this color, because that's usually what it is, and maybe it got painted. Probably did a pretty good job on it, because it's been quite a while and I don't see any green coming through. Maybe, we'll find out. So maybe I'll shoot it with some more black. Wash this dash matte cover. The dash doesn't look too bad. Just some cracks where the speaker is, which is usual. Wish there was a tack in there. No deal on the Ranger XLT non-lariat edition. Probably a C6 tranny. I know it's a 3-speed, so hopefully it's a C6 if it's going to be a 3-speed. I think it's a little soft over there, so probably have to get some new floor panels and learn how to weld those in. But we'll see. Like I said, I think the rockers are all good. Anyway, this is what we got. You know, hopefully I can get this out of here, clean this up, recycle these cans, get a window for there. Yeah, you don't want to go in there, baby. Anyway, so this is what we got, and we'll either just clean it up, assess it, and then just sell it to somebody who really wants a project, or I'll set it aside because I got way too many other projects going on, and we'll take it on come late spring or summer or something. We'll tinker around with it. We'll get a canopy around here, another shelter, and work on it in the winter. We'll see. But yeah, if you want to see me tackle this a little bit, let me know and we'll make some videos about it. All right, y'all. All right, sorry about the redundancies there, talking about the same subjects from when I found it under the tree until where I got it home. And I think I do it again when I have some pre-recorded stuff here in a minute. But yeah, before then, we were unwrapping this present with my pressure washer to see what's underneath all this years of grime and moss and mildew and whatnot. Getting all the needles and all that good stuff on there. And some of it, you know, it looked pretty good. It's always fun to break out the pressure washer and see how it makes things look new again. But unfortunately, you know, well, fortunately, it looks good from afar, but unfortunately, it's a far from good. So here it is, shiny and new looking, but we'll talk about stuff like we're still going to restore this, so hold on. All right, now that we got it pressure washed on the floor here, I've gotten the steering wheel a little bit. Tried not to get too much up in the gauges and such. I did get the doors as well. But yeah, we're going to try to pull this seat out of here and see what it looks like underneath the floor matting here. It's really soft right here when I go underneath. I didn't see any real holes, but it's so close that if I sand it off, it probably will be. I think that side's a little more solid, but we'll get this chair out of here. I've seen worse, you know, we're not missing too much stuff here, so if you get a new cover for it, it'll look pretty good. Probably just put the saddlecloth blanket type covers on here. So we shall see though once we get this out of here. All right, so we got the seat out. It was a little dirty under there, to be expected. Got all the trash out. Now we got to try to take the seat belts off, and then we can pull this liner out. Well, you know, take that off there and get the speaker wires gone. And yeah, as the old school, you can pull that out. The whole unit comes out. Super 80s, early 90s. But yeah, we'll get this out of here and see what the floor pans look like. All right, here it is after getting that stuff out of there and giving it a pressure wash to see what we got. And yeah, obviously rusty up in here, but this is probably salvageable with a good grinding. Obviously a hole here, so we would have to patch some of it. The rocker itself looks pretty good. Surprised at how solid it looks back in here. That's good. And a little rust hole here, so we want to patch that up. So this side, not so bad. That side, we'll go over there. Not so great. So yeah, so there's a hole that showed up in the tailgate, and for some reason the footage from the other side that I was going to show you didn't show up. But yeah, here's some pictures of what was a little bit too rusty here. And that interior, it was black, it wasn't green, it wasn't painted, so it's actually in really good shape. So hopefully we'll get some good money out of that, because we are indeed just parting this out, and we'll show you what's up. All right, and just like that, this is the current state of affairs with this old rusty bucket. And yeah, it was just not salvageable. The guy who had it, he ran oysters, and so he always had them in the bed, so that rusted it out. Probably put boats in and out of the Puget Sound, salt water. So that'll do it. Otherwise, around here in the Northwest, you don't get too much rust, you know, not compared to like, you know, salt road states and whatnot. Salt road states, you might be thinking, hey, this is pretty standard, so just put some new cab corners and a new floor in there, you'd be golden. But nah, I didn't feel like doing that. Plus we got some, you know, bust bubbles up in here, so it just wasn't really salvageable. But we got her all gutted. The only thing left is the transfer case, transmission, and the motor. And I guess this thing's pretty cool. It's a little toolbox that was up in the hood there, and I guess they're worth a pretty penny. It's pretty trash, but I could still probably get a little bit of, you know, like $100 for it, which is crazy. But I wasn't sure how the condition of the motor was. But I took the valve covers off and the intake manifold, and I didn't see any rust or water, just, you know, dark black, not even a lot of sludge or anything. And when I drained it, it was just dark, thick black oil, no water, so that's a good sign. If it was a 351 Windsor, I would definitely keep it. It's a 351 modified. I don't think it's a 400. So not the most desirable engine. I might keep it because I'm not making a hot rod anytime soon. So a good engine's a good engine. So maybe I'll just clean it up, put some new gaskets on it, and maybe a new intake, whatever. But I'll put it up for sale, and if someone wants it, they do. And if they don't, then I will keep it. So yeah, got it pretty much taken apart, and just got parts around here. We'll sort them out, and, you know, take the copper or brass radiator and heating core to the scrapyard, along with aluminum condensers, and get a decent amount for that. And then we'll sell the bumpers, and I might keep this cowl because my new truck doesn't have a good cowl on it. So, and then maybe we'll sell the hubs on the good old fee pay. Doors are pretty rusty. That one has a dent in it, I've seen before. One of the fenders, I think, isn't original because it doesn't have rust on it. So we'll sell those. We'll break the windows out. Not break, but take the windows out of this and sell those separate, or just keep those on hand for my new truck if I need it. But yeah, so if you want to any more content on this thing, I'm not really gonna like do content on this, like taking it apart and whatever, because, well, we're almost there. But like just updates on how much I make selling parts. I've sold a few. I sold the rear axle. Surprisingly, the seat that wasn't any good, you know, just $20. I think $150 for the axle. What else have I sold? Oh, the lift kit. I only charged them $100, but they had to take it off. Should have charged them more than that, but it is what it is. I obviously sold the roll bar and the front brush guard. Those got a decent amount of money. I think I did $200 on the roll bar, $150 on the brush guard up front. So yeah, not bad for a free truck that cost me, well, $200 to get here and $38 to put the title in my name. So yeah, if you are okay with this kind of content, being that most of my content, almost all of it, is house related. So if you're like, hey man, just stick to the house, don't get all jumbled up with other random topics on your channel, let me know. Or if you want to see more stuff like this, I can put it up every now and again. So anyway, that's where we're at, and I'll keep you updated on how much I get for this in the end. Hopefully somewhere around the 1,000+ mark in the end. So, but we'll get this taken apart and cut up and out of here so the neighbors don't have to see it and I don't have to see it. We'll get that done pretty soon. Anyway, hope all's well with y'all, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.